A pentagram is the shape of a five-pointed star drawn with five straight strokes. The word pentagram comes from the Greek word pi epsilon nu tau alpha gamma rho alpha mu mu omicron nu, from pi epsilon nu tau epsilon 5 plus gamma rho alpha mu mu eta ein. The word pentacle is sometimes used synonymously with pentagram. The word pentalpha is a learned modern revival of a post-classical Greek name, of the shape, pentagram of Venus. The pentagram of Venus is the apparent path of the planet Venus as observed from Earth. Successive inferior conjunctions of Venus repeat with an orbital resonance of approximately 13 to 8, that is, Venus orbits the Sun approximately 13 times for every 8 orbits of Earth, shifting 144 degrees at each inferior conjunction. The tips of the 5 loops at the center of the figure have the same geometric relationship to one another as the 5 vertices, or points, of a pentagram. Groups of 5 intersections of curves, equidistant from the figure center, have the same geometric relationship. Cultural significance. Early history. In early monumental Sumerian script, or cuneiform, a pentagram glyph served as a logogram for the word ub, meaning corner, angle, nook, a small room, cavity, hole, pitfall. The word pentamaichos was the title of the cosmogony of Pherecydes of Saros. Here, the 5 corners are where the seeds of Cronus are placed within the earth in order for the cosmos to appear. In Neoplatonism, the pentagram was said to have been used as a symbol, a sign of recognition by the Pythagoreans, who called the pentagram gamma iota epsilon iota alpha Hugeria health. Western symbolism. The pentagram was used in ancient times as a Christian symbol for the 5 senses, or of the 5 wounds of Christ. The pentacle plays an important symbolic role in the 14th century English poem Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, in which the symbol decorates the shield of the hero, Gawain. The unnamed poet credits the symbol's origin to King Solomon, and explains that each of the 5 interconnected points represents a virtue tied to a group of 5. Gawain is perfect in his 5 senses and 5 fingers, faithful to the 5 wounds of Christ, takes courage from the 5 joys that Mary had of Jesus, and exemplifies the 5 virtues of knighthood. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa and others perpetuated the popularity of the pentagram as a magic symbol, attributing the 5 Neoplatonic elements to the 5 points, in typical Renaissance fashion. By the mid-19th century a further distinction had developed amongst occultists regarding the pentagram's orientation. With a single point upwards it depicted spirit presiding over the 4 elements of matter, and was essentially good. However, the influential writer Eliphas Levi called it evil whenever the symbol appeared the other way up. A reversed pentagram, with 2 points projecting upwards, is a symbol of evil and attracts sinister forces because it overturns the proper order of things and demonstrates the triumph of matter over spirit. It is the goat of lust attacking the heavens with its horns, a sign execrated by initiates. The flaming star, which when turned upside down, is the hieroglyphic sign of the goat of black magic, whose head may be drawn in the star. The 2 horns at the top, the ears to the right and left, the beard at the bottom. It is the sign of antagonism and fatality. It is the goat of lust attacking the heavens with its horns. Let us keep the figure of the 5-pointed star always upright with the topmost triangle pointing to heaven, for it is the seat of wisdom, and if the figure is reversed, perversion and evil will be the result. The apotropaic use of the pentagram symbol in German folklore is referred to by Goethe in his Faust, where a pentagram prevents Mephistopheles from leaving a room. Mephistopheles, I must confess, my stepping o'er thy threshold a slight hindrance doth impede, the wizard foot doth me retain. Faust, the pentagram thy peace doth mar. to me, thou son of hell, explain, how camest thou in, if this thine exit bar, could such a spirit taught ensnare? Mephistopheles, observe it well, it is not drawn with care, one of the angles, that which points without, bullsh, as thou seest, not quite closed. East Asian symbolism, Wu-Xing at the 5 phases, or 5 elements in Chinese tradition. They are similar to the ancient Greek elements, with more emphasis on the cyclic transformation than on the material aspects. The 5 phases are fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. Used in modern occultism based on Renaissance-era occultism, the pentagram found its way into the symbolism of modern occultists, following Anton Lavey, and ultimately based on a drawing by French nobleman and occultist Stanislas de Guitare, the sigil of Baphomet, a pentagram with 2 points up inscribed in a double circle with the head of a goat inside. The pentagram is the copyrighted logo of the Church of Satan. Aleister Crowley made use of the pentagram in his Thelemic system of magic. An adverse or inverted pentagram represents the descent of spirit into matter, according to the interpretation of Lon Milo Duquette. Crowley contradicted his old comrades in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, who, following Levi, considered this orientation of the symbol evil and associated it with the triumph of matter over spirit. Used in new religious movements. Baha'i, the 5-pointed star is a symbol of the Baha'i faith. In the Baha'i faith, the star is known as the Haykal, and it was initiated and established by the Bab. The Bab and Baha'u'llah wrote various works in the form of a pentagram. Latter-day Saints. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints began using both upright and inverted 5-pointed stars in temple architecture, dating from the Nauvoo, Illinois temple dedicated on the 30th of April 1846. Other temples decorated with 5-pointed stars in both orientations include the Salt Lake Temple and the Logan, Utah Temple. These usages come from the symbolism found in Revelation chapter 12, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. Wicca, because of a perceived association with Satanism and occultism. Many United States schools in the late 1990s sought to prevent students from displaying the pentagram on clothing or jewelry. In public schools, such actions by administrators were determined to be in violation of students' First Amendment right to free exercise of religion in 2000. The encircled pentagram was added to the list of 38 approved religious symbols to be placed on the tombstones of fallen service members at Arlington National Cemetery on the 24th of April 2007. The decision was made following 10 applications from families of fallen soldiers who practiced Wicca. The government paid the families $225,000 United States dollars to settle the pending lawsuits. Other religious use. The 5-pointed star is a symbol of the Sira religion, and a multicolored version is used as symbol of the Druze religion. Other modern use. The pentagram is featured on the national flags of Morocco and Ethiopia. The Order of the Eastern Star, an organization associated with Freemasonry, used to have a point-down pentagram as its symbol, with the 5 isosceles triangles of the points colored blue, yellow, white, green, and red. Bibliography. Grunbaum, Branco, Shepard, Jeffrey Collin. Tilings and Patins. New York, W. H. Freeman, ISBN 978-0-7167-1193-3. Grunbaum, Branco, Polyhedra with Hollow Faces. In Bystricky, T. McMullen, P. Schneider, A. Weiss, A. Ivic. Polytopes, Abstract, Convex and Computational. NATO ASI Series C, Mathematical and Physical Sciences, 440. Dordrecht, Springer, Netherlands, pp. 43-70. DO1 10.1007 978940110 0924-6_3. ISBN 9789401043984. Pentagram article in the Continuum Encyclopedia of Symbols Becker Udo, ed. Garma, Lance W. Translator, New York, Continuum Books, 1994, p. 230. Signs and Symbols in Christian Art. Ferguson, George. Oxford University Press, 1966, p. 59. John H. Conway, Heidi Bergiel, Chaim Goodman Strauss, The Symmetries of Things, 2008. ISBN 978-1-56881-220-5.